Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. So we're going to be playing with a version of the of the regional winning deck list of Curitiba by William Acevedo. There's actually a mistake in this image I just noticed. I decided to change the mobile for a second NTV. All right, why second NTV? It's obviously a good attacker. It's a decent Pokemon to start with. Has a lot of HP. It's out of range of Miraidon, Raikou V if they have a full bench, Lugia V as well, Lugia V Star. So there's merit to it. And of course, lets you do the Force Seal Stone search a little bit easier. You could have a second Mew. You could have a second Luminion as well. It's a one flex spot that I think since Mobile did well, there's merit to Mobile, right? Mobile is a powerful card. It's also situational. The bonus damage can sometimes be useful, not always. So I figured something that bumps a little bit the consistency can be worth it. So that's why I included the second NTV. It's just not shown in the image right there, right? But we have Charizard EX, a very powerful card. Its ability allowing you to search for 3 energies and attach them to your Pokemon, and then your attack doing 180 damage plus 30 more for every prize your opponent has taken. So it gets progressively stronger. Sometimes you create this on these like checkmate scenarios where if your opponent takes a KO, you get a return KO. If they don't take a KO, then even better for you. So it's a win-win. We also have Pidgeot EX, of course, to help search for whatever we need when we need it with Quick Search. And we have Radiant Charizard as a good, powerful single price attacker to potentially close out games, and combines really well with the Choice Belt, hits for 280 exactly. Sometimes you can use it earlier than the last few turns, which its ability would facilitate, thanks to the fact that you can power up a lot of energies onto it in one go and get a boost of damage out of the blue in that way. Yeah. Outside of that, the Quad Arven is definitely something interesting and cool that these Brazilian players brought to the table. I'm sure it's something that you will be seeing a lot at Peoria. And yeah, let's jump into a ladder, see how it goes. If you want to support the channel, you can use code TABLEMON to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay. Alright, so we got to go first. We also mulliganed, which is of course not ideal. We'll see. We have a pretty strong start, I would say, and starting Manaphy is pretty good. Well, pretty strong is an overstatement, I guess. We'll establish Pidgey, we'll establish Charmander. I can go Arven to go Nestball, Rare Candy. I mean, Nestball and the other thing, the Force Seal Stone, that's not really that impactful. If I went for the Entei here, I might have been able to go Arven into start attacking. Maybe that's better in that particular instance. I feel like Iono is just overall strong as well. Guaranteeing turn to Charizard is of course nice. It could be responded in some situations with Qianpao if this is Baxcalibur, Qianpao Palkia. If it's just straight up Palkia Baxcalibur, then maybe not. We'll have to see. Yeah. Seems like it's just straight up Palkia. We shall see. All right. There's Qianpao. There's an escape rope. Okay, so I feel like I might as well go into a Charmander. Clearly, I am not threatened right now. This makes it harder for my opponent to do the play of canceling Cologne. And we know their hand. They also don't have Radiant Greninja, it seems. They do have a lot of switching cards, so oof. All right, that top deck changes things. I'm actually going to Arven now. instead. And I kind of don't want to put the... Well, first I should check the Luminance available. I don't want to put the... I guess Luminance is just as frail as Entei, right? And the discard could be problematic. So you know what? Never mind. No full bench for my opponent. However, I could... No, I can't. I was thinking if I could get a KO on a Palkia, but I really can't. Okay. So if I escape rope here, who does my opponent promote? Probably a Bidoof. Agreed? So is there any merit in just attacking the Qianbao right now? There's no universe where my opponent promotes the Palkia. Even if they do, I don't have a knockout. So that's irrelevant. So, alright. I wish I could go into the Pidgeot, but this is fine. This is fine. We will make do. Alright. Do I want to attach any extra energies as of right now? Probably not. I think being conservative with your energies can be important in this, like with this deck in general. I feel like I see all the time players use Charizard, boom, 3 energies hit the board, but then something happens, right, along the course of the game, and then they can't get those energies powered up. Like the Charmander gets sniped, and then the Charizard, and then they're like, well, now I don't have too many energy. So I feel like it's a delicate balance between thinning and drawing, like using up your excess energy. I feel like at this stage, I definitely had the option to not do that. Might be wrong. But clearly my path to winning is good. KO, 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 right? That's my path. And in this 2-hit KO war, essentially, I've taken sort of the lead. We'll see. Yeah. It's all about setting up multiple Charmanders after this. Alright, there's a Greninja that has been found. I have no Pidgeotto to evolve that Pidgey. And just a pass, I mean a concession, because they didn't find the Palkia V-Star, so on to the next one. Alright, so my opponent will be the one to go first this upcoming game. We have the first Seal Stone to grab Arvin for Battle VIP Pass. This is a situation where I will most definitely be using Fleet-Footed first, I would say, in order to help me set up. If I were to guess based on my opponent's leaves, I would guess we're up against a mirror match, right? And we are. It seems like we are. It could be a 60-card mirror match. I guess I did take out the mobile for a second Entei. There's merit to playing 2 Mews as well, for sure. So you start the Mew a little more often. My opponent also benches the Entei and goes for the Mysterious Tail. Gets another Battle VIP Pass, so very nice. We are pretty much immediately at a big disadvantage unless I top deck something like Arvin and I can match what my opponent is doing. But even if I top deck Arvin, I feel like only top decking Iono would help me at this point in time. All right. All right. Fleet-footed. All right. Well, not the best. We are forced to go. So I wonder, is it even worth it to... Because, like, if I grab Battle VIP Pass, I'm in top deck mode. So I might as well Iono and just see what happens, you know? I have all my Battle VIP Passes, Charmanders, and Pidgeys in the deck, of which I found none. Alright, cool. I do have guaranteed Pidgeot. All right, well, one can dream, right? One can dream. Going second versus a double Battle VIP Pass start versus my complete null and void anything with 2 pitches prized. I already know I'm going to lose this game. That's one of the big issues with Battle VIP Pass. One player gets it, the other needs to match it. You don't, you're out of it. You are immediately out of it. All right, so we're gonna see the Ultra Ball. Lost City and Escape Rope. There's a Charizard. They just have the raw rare candy. Or are they going to Mysterious Dale for it? Please whiff. One time. Just whiff. Okay, that's a solid-ish whiff. Oh no. They can just grab it. All right. So I wonder if this gets them rare candy into Pidgeot, into search for the rare candy, into a Charizard, which makes sense the way they did it. Try and avoid using up the V-Star. No escape rope, like getting rid of the escape rope does mean that my Charmander is now safe. And they did prioritize Charizard over Pidgeot, so I guess this is as good as it's gonna get with my start for sure. Just gonna have to chance into things. We'll see. Maybe not having Pidgeot will be a blessing in disguise. Maybe. We'll see. So I'm gonna have to be like really smart about my prizes. Jeez, and even the Charmeleon when I barely have one Charmander down. This is really not good. All right, I don't think I can afford to bench the Entei though. Watch me research into like double Battle VIP Pass now. All right, well, at least we get that. The Lost City probably doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're just gonna research. Only got one Battle VIP Pass. No rare candy though, so this is not looking great. Yeah, I mean, I have 2 Pidgeys priced and I'm definitely not getting a prize card anytime soon. So I wonder if the Mew is the correct play here. Because like right now I don't have a chance at a Charizard, right? It's fleet-footed or fleet-footed, so that doesn't seem ideal. More energies, okay. So here goes nothing. Like I'm not out of it, but I'm trying to maneuver like a bad start, which is I'm sure something that a lot of players will have to go through in many instances, but this is just demoralizing. Wow, just a KO. No cards played, no nothing. So maybe not all hope is lost. Maybe not all hope is lost right here. Okay, so. Okay. So hear me out. I go. And they played the Charmeleon last turn, right? They're about to get 2 prizes. They just got 2 prizes and their top deck. So odds are I will be getting wrecked sometime soon. But you never know. You never know. All right. So watch me not have enough energy in the deck, which I didn't check for. There's nothing I can do about it anyways. All right. So you, and you. Okay. Slow but steady wins the race. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the Charizard. Establish the Charmander. I can see a world where maybe I can win. Yeah, big maybe. Sure, I'll go ahead and attach. So here's what I'm thinking. I have 2 choices. I could go boss the Entei, KO it, but there's also a chance that my opponent whiffs Charizard, right? So I get this KO, that's solid. My opponent clearly has the initiative, but I don't have any liabilities, if you will. And I just got the Charmeleon off the prizes. I feel like I priced Charmeleon so much. So this is what could happen. Like if my opponent sets up the Pidgeot, that could be their demise. just as it could be mine. Which I already have 2 Pidgeots in the discard pile, so I'm probably not going to do that anyways. We'll see. It's weird that they haven't played like any sort of supporter. There's a Charizard. So they are guaranteed the Charizard now. Arven, all right. This is where they could go for the Pidgeot and then go for the Charizard, which on paper looks like a really good play, right? But then there's the Pidgeot, right? This turn I go boss KO the Entei. I mean, I'm going to need a lot anyways. I want a Charizard and another boss to win the game. But I have a genuine chance. I really do. We'll see. Yeah, we shall see. Because they don't KO me here. And attacking, like trying to beat them in the Charizard race doesn't make sense. I think their best play would have been to like Penny. I had the back of Charizard and it all depended on just the boss. I'd feel a little better. The Mew will help, though, that's for sure, potentially. And so just a little bit of damage. If they knocked out, if they went, yeah, they already played boss and they're already out of their escape rope. I feel like this is probably a 59 card mirror. All right, Manaphy. Okay, so I'm just gonna evolve here. I'm gonna go boss on the Entei. And I'm just trying to make it so that, like, if I only have very few cards, maybe my opponent just doesn't Iono me, right? I still need Charizard and boss. I need exactly 2 cards. However, none of those are useful. Like, they knock out my Charizard, and then I attack their Charizard first. Right? And then what do they do? If off of the Mystery Steel I found were candy, I would still not go into the Pidgeot. Because I need 2 cards to win. So I could top deck boss, Luminion. Oh, I can't even go into Pidgeot because they're both in the discard pile. I can't, yeah, there's no way. There is no humanly possible way. So my opponent, I reckon you Iono from 3 to 2. Maybe. It's not super fantastic though, but like what else are you doing? Oh, boss. What? Okay, I mean, that's fair. You don't know. Now I just... Oh, no, I don't win. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. This is very smart by my opponent. I absolutely do not win. Because since they're only at 3 prizes, I don't have knockout on the Pidgeot. Right? I can't just go boss KO the Pidgeot. I am 10 damage off. So that's really bad. So I need another attacker into this Charizard, which feels like a big ask. All right. So we're going to go Luminion. I don't know. Where's my research? I already played the research. That's where it is. Iono to 2 feels so bad. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I don't see a way. That was really well done by my opponent. That was really well done. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this one. I do not see a way out of this one. I can't top deck the right cards to win this game. So, yeah, pretty sure that's it. Sure, doesn't matter. I don't know, draw 2. Charmander, not good enough. 270 damage, nowhere near close. However, needed to find Radiant Charizard. And then the other card be exactly a fire, and then top deck boss. That's the only way I could have won this game. So yeah, pretty well done by my opponent, knocking out that Charmeleon. I had nothing all the time, right? So it's not like I could have done anything differently. I tried my best. There's no humanly possible way for me to win this game at this point in time. So I'm going to concede. All right, on to the next one. So yeah, pretty well done by my opponent. Pretty well identified that going after that Charmeleon was the right way to go for it. Yeah, not bad. I didn't have to win immediately if they knocked out the Charizard, right? Because I needed the boss, yeah, and the Charizard. And I don't think I even had enough cards to like Ultra Ball for both of them. So I'm pretty sure I probably still would have lost. And just based on my start, I already knew I was going to lose that game. But there was a sliver of hope, yeah, a very small sliver of hope. Now we have a pretty good start, I would say. I will definitely dedicate one spot to the Entei, right? That way next turn I can Arven for Rare Candy plus 4 Seal Stone and start applying pressure and start taking knockouts. I will be doing it in a very frail manner. Oh, and I just realized, all right, I imported the deck list from, I mean, I'm sure you noticed in the deck explanation, but yes, I am playing with the wrong Charmanders. You should absolutely be playing with the 70 HP. This is purely there's so many things I do for videos and get ready and all of that this is just unlucky. Unlucky that it's right here. And my setup seems to have been... Alright, anyways. Should be 70 HP Charmander as my opponent's playing to help with Lost Box. There's merit to the 60 HP, like hitting for 30 damage with one fire has some merit in the Gardevoir matchup for sure, but play the 70 HP. Yeah, when in doubt, play the higher HP version. Alright, so we're up against the mirror match featuring Gallade, which is very interesting to say the least. I think it's probably a low-ish chance that they actually are able to get a response here, which of course would be ideal for me. I feel like maybe attacking with Entei could have some merit. So this time I will be thinning all 3 energies because I can get my other Pokemon sort of ready. I have the other fire. And then if I need to, I'll attach to Entei. Otherwise, I can just attach to Charmander. So I am attaching everything with Charizard, but not playing the energy, despite me being able to play it. All right. No need to play Lost City to Lost Zone the Mew. I think it's going to be more impactful if I Lost Zone any other piece. At first, I thought I was up against Ralts. Clearly, I am not. I mean, a Gardevoir deck, right? Because of the Ralts. Clearly, I am not. But here we are. All right, so what happens next? There's the refinement on the jet. There's a Ralts. Is there a Rare Candy Charizard EX? That is the big question here. We see an escape rope. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. That's why I did not attach energy. I also get to draw an extra card. You never know. My Entei will not be going down. And I think not putting myself... Well, you know what? Maybe letting something go down was all right in the grand scheme of things. This is pretty fine too, I think. I also kind of like going like boss KO the Kirlia, takes me out of being at even price cards, and my opponent has 1 card in their hand. And they have yet to play a supporter at all, right? So I'm kind of liking that. I am kind of liking that as my option for the turn. And then the Entei goes down, which is fine. There's merit to attacking the Charizard EX as well, right? Because setting up another Charizard seems difficult for my opponent, but I like this. You know, with no supporter played, I am using that prior information. No supporter played, I also put myself at even prices again to not allow my opponent's Charizard EX to 1-KO my Charizard EX at the end of the game. So we shall see. We shall see what happens here. So they will get return KO. Did not set up the 2-hit KO, that is fine. You know, even prices, I get the first hit. They do bench a Luxray, interestingly enough, so they can at some point go boss KO my Pidgeot. And they will get 2 cards here, yeah, 2 prizes, but no supporter, no extra draw, no extra cards. That was the important thing for me at that point in time. All right. With this, I'm feeling the Arven into Ultra Ball into Charmeleon, if that's available, especially with that top deck. That will 100% be my play. Choice Belt should be relevant in this matchup, so I can most definitely do this. Yeah, the Lost Vacuums are also pretty useless. All right, backup Charizard coming online sometime soon. Pidgey just sitting there, not doing much, but I have the Charizard advantage, right? I'm getting the first hit in. I might benefit from not establishing the Pidgeot once again. There's a Kirlia, but now it's only 1 instead of 2 Kirlias, which is potentially good news. Right, potentially good news. All right, there's the Kirlia. There's the Ultra Ball. That could be Charmeleon, maybe. Could be another Charmander as well. Could be another Ralts. There's merit to that too. But it is indeed the Charmeleon. So they're in a similar position that I was. If I had boss, I could consider going after the Charmeleon, because then I can eliminate the Charizard EX the turn after. But yeah, that would actually probably be correct if I could pull that off. And that's exactly what they are going to do. Yeah, that's pretty solid. That is pretty solid. They did have the boss. The only supporter they've played this whole game. All right. Well, now it's Iono time for sure. Do I remove the Lost City? Does that ever matter? I mean, just so that I don't have any other extra cards going around, I'm going to do it. Not the happiest person doing it, but it is what it is. All right, now I'm in crisis mode. Really trying to set up another Charizard EX, which is not this. Might as well. I'm going to research anyways next turn, so we'll see. All right. So they can't return KO me, yeah, which is good. Actually, this is potentially fine. This is what I needed in this other game, I guess. And now I have the boss in hand with Lumineon. So unless they go evolve boss KO, they will attack into a Charizard, I will attack them, and then all I need is to chase down that Charizard. That is similar-ish result. I knock out the Luxray, and that's it. Or if they don't bench another Charmander, I can go Lumineon. No, I can't go Lumineon boss KO, because then they could just knock me out. All right, they finally use a research, discarding another research and an Iono. So much blink here. The only thing that's not playing is the rare candies. I guess the Mew. Maybe the Charmanders. Well, the Charmanders, that's the best version. I guess they could be blingy, actually. There is an alternate. Anyways, focus on the game. They're asking a lot, though, trying to find the reversal here, just raw like that. I guess if you whiff and then you have Charizard EX, you can't just retreat. So let's think about this. I'm like, surely there's a way to pretty much guarantee. Wow, they did hit it though. They did actually hit it. Okay, this is a problem. Only one boss gone and one Iono. Oh my gosh. Okay, so not having the possibility to set up. Oh, what? Why would you discard boss? I mean, I guess they don't know. That Gardevoir too, not the Gallade. Interesting. That's a not choice for sure. Okay. So let's think about it. That's the second boss's orders they discarded. So if I just go KO the Luxray, they could evolve into Charizard, Iono KO, and then I need boss off of an Iono to 1. Right? Now that they've discarded that second boss, and that list usually plays 2 boss's orders, and since they have the space for Luxray, they've added Gardevoir, so like it's different from the typical list. They also have Escape Rope. So this is a risk, but I feel like it's a calculated risk. That second boss's orders hopefully means they don't have a third one, right? They might have to pulp at them back and then refind it, which seems really difficult. So this way, I knock out this Charmeleon. There's no threat of a Charizard next turn. And then whatever my opponent does next turn, if they have boss, they win. Yeah? But if they don't have boss, then I win. So me finding boss of an Iono to 1, I feel like is much harder than my opponent finding a boss when they have 2 boss's orders in their discard pile already. Yeah, because like if you're fitting all these extra stuff, I don't think you fit a third boss's orders along with everything else that they just fit. So not sure. Yeah, but I feel like that's the risk I had to take. If they have the boss, they have the boss. Yeah. Could come down to them having the pulp pad, they put back 2 bosses and see if they draw it with the Gardevoir. But they've done the Shiny Arcana first. So do they have access to a third boss? If they did, they had 18 cards left in the deck. Odds are not in their favor. So is that it? Because Radiant Charizard obviously knocks out anything that my opponent has in play. They're not going to use a boss to stall. If they play Escape Rope, I just bring up the Radiant Charizard. So we are good. Yep, and there it is. There it is. Close, but that same play that they did, I was able to do it. I had to do it through Aluminium, which is never ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, and there we have it. Intense Charizard mirror matches where every KO matters, who you target matters. Yeah, it's not always the obvious, just attack the active. There's a lot of things that go through in the mirror matches. Could have played them better, maybe, probably. That previous game, like going Nest Ball for 1 Charmander versus double Battle VIP Pass start, you're almost always going to lose that. And that is the problem with Battle VIP Pass. If you disagree, I definitely encourage you to check out my video on Battle VIP Pass and why it's such a problematic card at this point in the format. Thank you so much, and until next time. Bye-bye.